When do you think, when you looked out at the field, you saw what we've seen the last 3 weeks? You saw the beginnings of it. What do you got for me on that front?
No, in all honesty, you going through OTAs and training camp, and we're still not even close to where I think this team's going to get. And I'm not trying to, downplay anything. We've got such a really cool core group of young guys, especially on offense. I mean, it seems like they're all first and second year players, and so they're not even close to gelling and hitting their full stride. We're still a bunch of 23-year-olds going against a bunch of 25 and 26-year-olds, and so it's really exciting to see the nucleus of this team kind of grow together, and all the guys who are contributing offense, defense, special teams. So you kind of saw the energy and the juice and the speed during training camp, and we're still, like I said, I still feel like we're a long way to go, but it's at least people are starting to see the same things we saw.
Where are the receipts you were talking about earlier this year? Where do you keep
no
those?
Receipts. No.
There's no. Where do you keep them? In a drawer somewhere? There's no receipts. There's no.
They're somewhere stashed away, and it's going to take a long time for those ever to come out.
Okay.
We got to do a heck of a lot more winning than this. So.
Okay. Well, I know for sure on those receipts, wherever they do reside, the words Rich and Eisen are not on those receipts. They do not.
Absolutely not. You're one of the loyal ones.
I put on a lone wolf hat on NFL game day morning this week when the rest of my crew said Green Bay is going to win the game, and I said the cards are going to be put on the table by the Jets this week, and the last 50 years are over. They're going to tell people
I saw that. It was awesome.
Over.
That was awesome.
Over. And I believe it. I really do. I see what I'm seeing. I see what I'm seeing. I see what you're cooking. I see what you're doing, and I believe it. And so I ask my next question in that spirit here, that yes, you've got a big game against Denver, but the two Bills are coming up, Belichick and Buffalo. Those are the ones at home. Yeah. Those are the ones at home when you want to win your division and announce arrivals. Those are the ones. And I'm wondering how you envision week 8 and week 9. And I know I'm talking to a head coach in the NFL about something not this week, but I have to ask you, since I have you here now, how you view that before your bye, Coach Saleh.
No, that's a fair question. And here comes the cliche. Obviously, we got Denver.
Yes.
But we pound in this building day in and day out, own the moment. And owning the moment isn't just showing up. It's isn't just being, walking in the building. It's showing up with intent to treat every moment like a championship moment. So when we get those moments, we'll treat them accordingly. But in the meantime, we're focused on Denver.
Understood. How according? Let's talk about the accordingly. You know what I mean? It's Belichick and it's Buffalo. We know what this means, right? We know what this means.
It's always exciting when you get a chance to play, division opponents. All that is awesome and exciting, and but they're no bigger than last week. They're no bigger than this week. They're no bigger than the week after. It's when you start making games bigger than they need to be that they become. It's when it makes other games not championship-like, and every game's a championship moment.
I understand that. Win those games, and you want to talk about a rival being announced? Oh my goodness gracious! That honestly, I'm jumping out of my skin a little bit about that, and I'm wondering if you have to do the same with these young kids. You've mentioned kids, pups, over and over again in this conversation, and rightfully so. You've got a very young, talented team filled with kids who came from winning programs. So do you sometimes need to, calm them down a little bit, like you're doing to me right now? A little bit?
I don't know if they know any better yet. That's the best part about it. They don't know the long history. They don't know the past. They don't know. They're new to the division. So they don't know all the stories, and they will as they start playing in these games, and they're told stories with questions, and they're reading media guides and whatever it is. They'll start to learn the stories, and friends who are fans will tell stories about years past, and that's kind of how the rivalry gets built. And then something happens. It's just a lot of this will happen organically, but what's great about this team is they're so focused on the moment and finding ways to just improve every day. And it's not all going to be clean. Like I said, we've got a long way to go, but I do think it's exciting to see all this happening.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.